Hello, this is a video on how to play the card game 56. You do not see anything on your screen as of yet because I am not showing the actual game yet because we are talking through the rules, and so I do not want to start a game midway because turns are timed with the software that I am using. And so we would simply have to jump into a game midway, which would be quite confusing. So, 56 is one of a group of South Asian trick-taking games in which the Jack and the Nine are the highest cards in every suit. They are related to the Yos set of games, such as Clobber Yos. 56 is specifically popular in India. Um, And so what you'll need is two standard 52 card decks. 56 can be played by 4, 6, or 8 players. In this video, we'll be going over how to play 56 for 4 players. That being said, all the rules that we say will be for 4 players. So, if you are looking to play for 6 or 8 players, you will need to do some additional research as the rules are slightly different. Players from 2 teams sit opposite from each other. So if you have 4 players, um, the players sitting top and bottom would be on a team. The players sitting on the left and right would be on a team. In 56, you'll need 48 cards. All the aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, and nines from 2 standard 52 card decks. The cards in each of the suits rank from high to low, with Jack being the highest and Queen being the lowest. The ranking from high to low is as follows: Jack, 9, Ace, 10, King, Queen. The aim of the game is to win tricks containing valuable cards. The values of the cards are Jacks being worth 3 points, Nines being worth 2 points each, as well as Jacks, right? Aces being worth, so Jacks are worth 3 points each, Nines are worth 2 points each, Aces are worth 1 point each, and Tens are worth 1 point each. The other cards that you play with are not worth any points. So your King and your Queen are not worth any points. This gives a total of 56 points for cards, hence the name of the game. The deal, bidding, and play are counterclockwise. The first dealer is chosen by drawing cards. The highest card drawn is the player who deals first. The dealer shuffles, and the dealer deals out all the cards in batches of 4 at a time. So, if we show a deal here, it will be 4 cards at a time. So, I guess here it did not show, but the cards were dealt 4 cards at a time. Each player thus has a hand of 12 cards. The player to the dealer's right bids first, and the bidding continues counterclockwise around the table. Each bid specifies a number of points and a trump suit or no trumps. The team that makes the last and highest bid has the objective of taking at least the number of points bid, with the trump suit or no trumps specified in the bid. The minimum bid is 28, and the maximum bid would be 56, as you can see here. In the bidding, all suits and no trumps are equal. Each bid must be numerically higher than the previous bid. A player who does not wish to bid can pass. If the most recent bid was made by an opponent, then at your turn, instead of bidding or passing, you can double the bid. we won't be talking about doubling and redoubling here. Just note that the winner of the bid is the player with essentially the highest bid. If everyone passes, the hand is played in no trumps and scored as though the dealer's opponents had bid 28. If someone bids, bidding continues until one player bids with all other players passing in succession. The trump suit and objective are then as specified in the last and highest bid. When bidding, you specify your score as well as your trump suit. So you could say if you wanted to bid to take at least 28 points, you would say 28 clubs, right? If you wanted clubs to be the trump suit. And so we'll talk about what's happening on the screen here in a minute here. And so that's simply how to bid, right? As well as how to, I guess, start dealing the game. In terms of playing, the player to the right of the dealer leads the first trick. Players must follow suit if they can. A player who has no card of the suit led may play any card. If a trick contains trumps, it is won by the highest trumps played. If two equal trumps are played, the one played earlier ranks higher. If no trumps are played in a trick, it is won by the highest ranking card of the lead suit, or by the first played of two equal highest ranking cards of the lead suit. The winner of the trick leads the next trick. So, we're going to sit here and simply play, right? And we are going to simply play trying to take tricks, keeping in mind that the objective is to win valuable cards, right? And so we'll talk about what's happening here as well. But essentially, the objective is to take tricks while winning valuable cards. Okay? And so do note that only certain cards have values, and the objective is to, in this case, we are playing to 10 points. Do note that you also lose points, and we'll talk about the scoring later on. What's essentially happening now is sort of a sequence here, but just disregard it. Essentially, in certain games, you can choose to balance, I guess, your hand by trading cards, but we won't be going into that here. So we know that we have a lot of clubs here, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bid we don't have many valuable cards, and so I'm actually going to pass on bidding, right? Because do note that ranked from high to low, it's Jack, 9, Ace, 10, King, Queen. So my opponent played a Jack here of clubs, okay? Remember, my opponent played a Jack here, and so my objective here, and we don't know the trump suit simply because there's certain variations, but if you are playing, right, the trump suit is revealed. In certain variations, the trump suit is revealed after a certain number of hands, which is the case here. But do know that if you are going to play, the trump suit should be visible to all players at the beginning. It just makes it way easier. Now, my opponent has played a Jack, and so what I'll do is I'll play 9. So it did not let me play there because I took too long there. And so that's okay. And so, right, the objective being to win valuable cards, we will go ahead and try to hopefully play here. We are going to pass on bidding, simply because I do not possess too many skills that are useful for bidding. And so, remember, a jack was just played of diamonds. I want to play a card that won't give any points. So that will be my kings or my queens of diamonds. I have a queen of diamonds. That's what I'm going to play. Both of them are playing a jack of diamonds because they want to take as many points as they can. Notice how now he has a lot of points there. So that would be 3 points for each jack. That would be 6 points acquired in that trick. Now a queen of spades was played. I do have a spade. I do have to follow the lead suit. Standard trick taking rules apply, right? I cannot just play a club when I feel like it. And so what I'll do here is, I know that nines are high ranking, right? I have a nine of spades. I also have a jack of spades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a jack of spades here. That hopefully, so my opponent played an ace, so we were able to get a point there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a nine of spades. So he played a jack of spades. That's quite unfortunate. So this is really bad because Team B now has 13 points to my 4. And so we'll show that here. As you can see, Team B has 13 points to my 4, right? And so that is, and the value of the bid was 32. So the bidding team has to reach 32. Now the jack of clubs was played. I'm going to play a useless club here because I know my team is going to lose the trick. So I'll play my queen of clubs there. So the nine of diamonds was played. I'm going to lose this trick, but I'll play my ace of diamonds. Right? Because even if I played my nine of diamonds, that nine of diamonds was played before me. Here I'm going to play a nine of spades. Now, right, now we see what the trump suit is. But honestly, don't play with that rule there. Just have the trump visible at the beginning. What we're going to do is we're going to play a 9 there to allow my my partner there to take. And so we're losing quite badly, Team A, but that's okay. What we'll do here is we'll play. We do have to follow the lead suit whenever possible. And so we are not doing too well right here. Have to follow the lead suit, so I'll play an ace of clubs there if it lets me. And so once again, Team B had 35 over 14. So Team B won. Okay? And so how is scoring now? So the objective is just to take tricks based on following that rule, right? Even if you don't follow the dealing rules, as long as you bid and take tricks, trying to take valuable cards, you essentially have the basics of the game. So you can choose not to play with all those other complicated counterclockwise, dealing, all that stuff. You can just bid and play if that's what you would prefer. And so do note that the bidders win if the tricks they won contain at least as many points as they bid. So here, they bid 32 and they took 35. So the bidders win here. And so if the bidding team wins, if their bid was from 28 to 39, they receive 1 point. If If the bidding team wins and their points, and their bid was from 40 to 47, they receive 2 points. If the bidding team won and their bid was from 48 to 55, they receive 3 points. And if the bidding team wins and their bid was 56, they receive 4 points. If the bidding team loses and their bid was from 28 to 39, they lose 2 points. That means the other team would gain those 2 points. Right? So you gain and lose points from the other teams. And so if the bidding team loses a bid between 40 and 47, they would then give up 3 points. If the bidding team loses a bid from 48 to 55, they would give up 4 points. If the bidding team loses a bid of 56, they would give up 5 points. So that essentially wraps up how to play 56. The bidding and scoring is somewhat complicated, but if you just play with a little guide beside you, then you'll be able to really understand, and it won't be bad at all. So it'll be quite simple, and so I highly recommend trying, as it's quite fun. And so that wraps up how to play 56. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.